chills. My truly cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just spell my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it so to chill. My truly cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now, 59, Mike. 180. 180. We're good. You 180.
Carr now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 52.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19.
X3, 218.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle made by Eric Murray.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Slam. General West. What's up?
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch the ship down. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd and 4.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
I got him. Check it back. Recon, 132 fighter.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 8. 8.
Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike, check. 59.
To throw his Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Gun.
Throwing on 3rd down. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception. You've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, this is Geis. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Banks. These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Let him know.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Powerful running. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 13 yards, 1st down Panthers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
This pass complete. Newton finding right. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr now to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Watch it. Heavy. Safety screaming.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day. Who's right feet? Check 26, check 26.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
56. Low. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 22-yard line.
Mike down. Check three. Go Chief.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Quick edge. Easy. Kill. Undercut. Team spill. That's up.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton to throw. Got a man, it's right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And some room to maneuver. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
At the 30-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I don't think you got it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun.
Now Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, Panthers.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Deuce. Trade of 1. White Monday down.
Out of the gun, Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Monday down. 180. 59. Who that?
Now a play fake. Carr. He finds Taylor. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
22 jet bombers.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because when you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
20.
To throw on third down, Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
8. Single. Alert 3. 8.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's third down.
It's 59. Mike to 59. Watch the pass. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, 734.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done sometimes.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Vernon Butler. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Bravo.
59's Mike. 59's Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Express.
Mike to 59. I'm coming for you.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Single.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
59's Mike.
On play action, it's Carr. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's
6-18.
Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, Geis. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Let's go.
Hey, 7:30. That's it.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
This is McCaffrey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st down, Panthers.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Kill. He's crashing. He's
great.
Throwing here, Newton. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go right here now. He's coming.
Now Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. Third down here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's our time. Check.
And the blitz does come. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the